welcome to St. Mark's 2020 One-Acts Festival. We would like to thank our cast and crew for putting in the time and effort and making this show come alive. And we would also like to thank you. You have made it here despite everything else. In the case of an emergency, we have 2 exit doors in the middle aisles, and we have 4 sets of doors that you can exit in the back of the theater. I'm Melissa Ayala, I'm our company manager. And we hope you enjoy the show. There will be a 20-minute intermission in between shows, and your programs are available as a QR code. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has got to be one of the most bizarre cases I have ever seen on my 30 years on the bench. Quite frankly, I'm surprised this even came to trial. For 2 weeks, you have seen a plethora of evidence against Miss Bates, who is accused of stealing half a dozen cats. You've seen eyewitnesses, her Snapchat story, her Instagram live video showing you taking the cats. And the defendant admitted to stealing them. At what point said, all right, you caught me. I stole the cat. What are you going to do about it? It is not my job as a judge to give you my opinion. But come on, she stole the cat. If this takes you more than 15 minutes in this room, I will be very, very, very disappointed in you as human beings. Just do it.
Smoking here.
Oh? Smoke? Rats!
No smoking.
What's stupid just not here? He always say I'm smoke, but he's not here.
It doesn't matter. Some of us are asthmatic.
Huh?
Asthma in my chest.
Your chest, your heart explode.
Gum anyone?
Nah, I don't chew things I can't swallow.
Oh yeah? And what's that?
Well, what's the point if I can't swallow it? I mean, what am I, a cow?
No one's saying you're a cow.
Yeah, I know, I'm making a point.
Well, she's just being nice. Don't be such a pain in the butt.
Oh, but enough. We're in an official building here. You can't just talk like that.
Okay. So, if we could just get everyone to the table, I don't think this is going to take very long. Yes, everyone. Hey, buddy, we're going to get started.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, this is kind of a crazy case, huh? Ladies stealing cats?
Allegedly.
Right. But I mean, who's ever heard of someone? Ladies stealing cats? It's pretty freaky.
It's fairly, undocumented in, the things I've read. Boy, I don't feel good.
Do you need to go to the bathroom or something?
So, if we're all ready, we can do this a couple of ways. We can talk if you want. I am totally for talking, or we can take a vote. Right at the top of it.
I don't know. It might just be easier to see where we all stand by taking a vote.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, we're not supposed to have cell phones in here.
Oh, no.
No, so why don't you put it away?
Tell us I'm on it.
Maybe you should call in the guard.
Fine, you realize my dad was here. Jeez.
So, we're getting a little off track. How about we all just start? Who's voting guilty? And is anyone voting not guilty?
Whoa, it's okay. We don't need to resort to violence.
Where did she get off? I got a light, Missy. You're better than me.
I never said I was.
What?
Whoa, hey,
Yeah, there's no need for that, buddy. Come on.
look. I think we can all talk about this civilly. You think she's not guilty?
Well, I don't know. I'm just not sure. A woman's life is at stake.
No, not a woman's life. A woman's 3 to 6 months are at stake.
Which in prison can be an eternity.
No?
Oh, but you gotta be sure. We see so many things. The video of the witness, he just put in the cage, yes?
No, she's not going in a cage. She's going to prison. The point is, you think she's innocent.
Well, I'm sorry to keep you all here, but I take this very seriously. A woman could be sent to prison for up to 6 months. That's a long stretch of time, and I think we at least owe it to Miss Please to review the evidence at hand.
How about we go around the room and say why we think she's either guilty or innocent? How about we start with, how about you, all the way over there?
Okay, I think we were all there. We saw the video.
Well, I hardly think that's a good enough reason to put a woman in.
Yeah, okay. If you're done, I'll just... That's great. Here's what we know. Miss Please is accused of stealing half a dozen cats. We've seen a video in broad daylight showing the abduction of these cats. And there were several eyewitnesses, and Miss Please even admitted to the crime. And it didn't take long. 5 minutes on the witness stand, and she starts crying and confessing. So really, our jobs are pretty easy. All evidence points to her doing it. And she has no defense that I'm aware of.
Well, I don't know. It just doesn't fit.
All right, everyone, come on. What do you mean it doesn't fit?
Yeah, you're saying you really believe her alibi?
Yeah, come on. I mean, she said she was at the movies, and clearly she wasn't. We saw the tape. It was time coded. So because we saw a video of Miss Pleats at one place, clearly means she must have been there. Yeah. Well, I've seen a video of an island, a theme park island, where dinosaurs coexist with human beings. No way they have that.
No, she's just trying to prove a point.
I'm not trying to prove a point. I've seen a video where dinosaurs exist, therefore they must, according to you.
Clearly, there is a difference between a Hollywood blockbuster and an in-home movie. And besides, Jurassic Park is a complete fabrication. I mean, does anyone really think the video of Miss Pleats was a fake?
I don't know. I mean, I think it was real, but maybe we should see it again.
What? Seriously, Mom, you're buying this?
No, not necessarily, but maybe it's worth it to see it again just to prove it's real. Couldn't hurt, right? Should we ask the guard to see the tape again?
Fine. Fine.
Excuse me, sir, can we see Exhibit C again? Oh, it's right over here. Thank you. Does anyone want to come help me set this up?
So, what are you thinking? Thinking that girl's case makes any sense or what?
Oh, no way. I'm still thinking about the prosecutor's closing arguments.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hate it when people get all bogged down in facts and stuff. Like that girl, she seems like a reader, you know? Books are the worst.
Don't you think the prosecutor here made a really good point?
Yeah, but
I mean, just like obvious, he's just like the coolest guy. I mean, he speaks and you feel like you're best friends, you know?
I mean, I don't really understand what you're saying.
I mean, we're on the same.
Well, not really. In a literal sense,
Well, yes, but
I mean, I agree with you.
that's what I'm weird all about.
Right. All right. Are we ready to watch this thing again? welcome to the Lucas family yard sale extravaganza. Oh God, no. Would you put that stupid thing away and help me?
This movie is the what? All they do is blah. It's art.
This is evidence, not a movie. You're not supposed to be entertained.
Yes, movie. This movie has no titles. How can it be good movie without titles?
This is important.
I hear this smoke. Is it okay if I smoke?
No!
What?
All right, here it comes.
All right, looks like we have our first customer. It's Hoga from down the block.
It's Donna. It's Donna, please. I tell you this every time.
Oops, my bad. Anywho, welcome to the yard sale. Looking for anything in particular?
Maybe the chair in the way back there?
Chair. Shelly, do you have a chair for sale back here?
No, we're not selling chairs back here. Or is she? Is she taking Mumpy's kittens?
Hoga, those cats aren't for sale. Are you interested in any?
She's running to her car. Oh my God, she's stealing them.
Hoga, give us those cats. Hoga.
It's Donna. It's Donna, please. I tell you this now.
Well, what? You're the only one who has a problem with this. I'd like to show you a different video if I could. One that takes you away to an extraordinary land where dinosaurs walk with men. If I may. Now, I don't expect you to believe that that dinosaur was real.
No. Real like a piss. What's tricky that way?
Sure. But what I do want to point out is that this movie used two types of special effects to create the T-Rex. Most of the shots were done using an animatronic, life-size T-Rex created by the Stan Winston Studios, while only roughly 20% of the shots used digital animation created by George Lucas's Industrial Light and Magic. The clip that we just saw was an example of the life-size replica. Are we all in agreement? Yeah, I agree. Wrong! The clip we just saw was a mix of both digital and practical effects. The first 5 seconds were of the animatronic dinosaur, and the last 10, when that dinosaur started running, they were digitally created. Observe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Those colors are different when the dinosaur starts moving.
What do they think of next, these men and their computers?
Oh, you think that's impressive? You should see what they can do with video games these days. You see, I've been designing some.
Science sticking there. No one's seen my computers. Ever. Where's this going anyway?
The point is that no one here can tell the difference between a life-size replica and a computer-generated dinosaur. So therefore, what? Miss Please was computer-generated? That's your suggestion? Maybe.
By who would computer animate Donna Case just use it as a catnapping case?
Catnapping? Hey, hope you know I never did that for his report. That's funny.
All I'm suggesting is that it's something to think about.
So no one's gonna go to this catnapping thing? That was funny, right? No.
Okay, let's think about it. In order to successfully create a realistic person, something that has never been done before, you would need access to many computers, the best animators in the world, and enough money to pay for all of the hundreds of hours of rendering it would take to produce such a clip. I agree. To create something that realistic, you would need George Lucas himself to do it for you. Yes, exactly. A picture in the local Simpson County newspaper of our plaintiff Brad Lucas with his arm around his cousin, George.
Oh, I didn't know that was cousins. I just thought it was one last name.
I think I heard something about this. No, please stop supporting this. No. There was this article in Variety that said, George Lucas was how he chooses to unveil it by secretly framing his cousin's neighbor as a cat burglar.
Hey, I thought we were calling it their cat.
Well, the police girl said the Lucases hated her, right? Why don't they just, ask Cousin George to help frame him? I mean, he's got time. There hasn't been a new Star Wars movie in years. Do you realize how insane that sounds? Did you just listen to what you said? Yeah, I did. Kind of. And I don't think I appreciate what you're trying to say. So you think she's innocent now?
No, not necessarily. Still a long shot, I guess.
Does anyone really think the video of Miss Fleets is a fake? I think we should take another vote. Without you.
What? You can't do that.
You've had time to try and convince us with your ridiculous argument. So I say let's take a vote. But without you. If the vote is still unanimously guilty, then you should stand down. And if even one person votes not guilty, without you voting, of course, then you can keep arguing.
Let's just vote.
Fine! Vote! That's how you all feel. If all in agreement about this, how about we just get right to it? I think perhaps a secret ballot may be best.
Oh, that sounds good to me. Sweet mercy, that sounds good.
So if that's everyone, guilty, 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 guilty. That's half a dozen guilties, that is.
Just keep going.
Guilty, guilty, not guilty, and guilty.
Yes! In your face! Who's all alone now? You, more or less.
Okay, who would not guilty? Who?
We agreed this would be an anonymous vote.
She's right. We shouldn't force anyone.
Come on! Show a little buzz on your face.
Is that saying? Do you say that in your regular way?
I want to know, who voted not guilty? Who? Aha!
Hey!
What? Who?
What? You're missing the point. She did it. She's the one who voted not guilty.
Oh, no. We are not doing that again. Let's just get on with discussing why you changed your vote.
Who said I voted not guilty?
You did give a suspicious call.
It seemed a little incriminating. And we want to talk about it.
There's nothing to discuss. She didn't vote not guilty. I did.
Steals.
What? Yeah, you haven't said a thing this entire time. Now all of a sudden you're Johnny has an opinion?
I believe in this woman. Sure, she's got a certain look about her. Her forehead could be a little more sloped, but she's right.
Dude, do you have to eat here?
This is my food.
Yeah, but it's disgusting.
It's the only thing keeping me alive in here. That and the liquids.
Okay, sir. If we could take the time to convince you of Miss Fleet's guilt, would you be willing to change your vote?
Of course. What would this world be without the power of persuasion? If it wasn't for persuasion, I wouldn't have a single companion for reading nights at the library. But I do.
every Sunday because I make them.
What about the collaborating witnesses? There she goes again, with her 10th grade English. Any other big words? Huh? Show up? Tourniquet? Black kirby? Those aren't words. There she goes again. The nerd. The neighbors, Mr. and Mrs. Hurwitz, who said they heard Miss Fleet saying, "My name is Donna Fleet," and then, by the time they got to their front yard, saw Miss Fleet struggling in her car.
That's true. They heard them say the same thing at the same time the video was taken.
Which they said was at 2 o'clock.
That's right, they said it was 2 o'clock on the nose. Then he and his wife went to the front yard and saw her drive away.
Clearly, Mr. Hurwitz said she got a good look at him.
And on the video, the time log in the right-hand corner, everyone clearly said it was 2 o'clock.
Does anyone have a diagram of the Hurwitz property?
No.
Why? I was just wondering how long it would take someone to get all the way from the backyard to the front yard. Does anyone know where the house is located?
I think they said they lived in Sampson County, right off of Claremont. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I have a cousin who just moved there, like,
What? Since when?
I don't know, like, 2 weeks ago. Tommy John. I went over to his house Sunday with some friends to go watch the movie.
Tommy John moved to Sampson County and I wasn't invited.
It was just a few people. Relax.
Oh, I'll relax. Next time you see Tommy John, you let him know. We're gonna have words.
Oh, yeah, I know the words, alright.
Do you remember the distance from the backyard to the front yard?
I don't know, 60 feet, give or take, and the houses are in a tribe community, so all the backyards for each house are pretty much identical.
Great. So we could say that they were in the very front of the backyard. What would you say? 40 feet?
Sure.
But they probably didn't get all the way from the backyard to the front yard to see Miss Fleet's get in her car. So you could say that they traveled 20 feet. Is that fair?
More than fair.
What is the point of this?
The point is that the Hurwitzes said they heard a woman say, "My name is Donna Pleats." And in the video, by the time in which she said, "My name is Donna Pleats," and by the time in which she got into her car was roughly 10 seconds, yes?
That seems about right. Yeah?
Well, let's test it. Here in the room. 20 feet from one side of the room to the other. Perfect. Why don't we just see? 2 of us can walk from one side of the room to the other and see if it actually takes 10 seconds. Will anyone volunteer to be Mr. and Mrs. Hurwitz?
Oh, I will if nobody else minds. I've been taking a few acting classes and some improv classes at the Y, working on developing a few crazy characters. That is, unless anybody else wants to.
No, you'd be perfect. I'm sure we've all been charmed by the kooky little British woman voice you've been doing for us today. And what about a Mr. Hurwitz?
Why not? I did some acting in high school.
So, just so we're all on the same page, Mr. and Mrs. Hurwitz, our elderly couple, we're going to be in the backyard, and we should start moving when someone says, "My name is Donna, please."
Alright, sounds good to me. Will anyone volunteer to record the time?
I have a perfectly good watch. One with those hands, the kind of hands that we need.
A second hand.
The kind of hands that we need.
Okay, so when I give the signal, someone yell "My name is Donna Pleats" and we'll start walking. Sound good, everyone?
Yes.
Wait, are we starting? Is no one going to? My name is Donna, please.
Oh, Barbara, my little butt kiss. Better go see what all this yelling is about.
Well, you just ain't let that nail hammer look with your back. Dr. Mayfield said you need to rest. You've been pushing yourself too hard.
Nonsense. I'm as healthy as I've ever been. Come on, let's go together.
This is ridiculous. Can we just?
I'm trying to pay attention.
I hope it isn't the games. We love the city to get away from such nonsense. I hope they didn't follow us here.
Then we'll start a neighborhood watch. We've been learning our whole lives. From your city, from your parents. I want to spend my last few years in peace, in one solid place.
But what if things get bad?
Barbara, can I tell you something?
Why are you stopping? That's the whole point. Don't stop.
Quiet over there. No
know that. You know that. But if I didn't believe with every thought in my being that we weren't doing the right thing, I would take us back to that two-bedroom apartment in a heartbeat.
Oh, Harold, from the first moment I met you, I knew you'd be the man I'd spend the rest of my life with. I knew there'd be some good times and some bad times. I never doubted you. I never doubted.
You're my little bum kiss, you know that?
Oh, God.
What guys?
Come on, let's go see about all this healing.
Let's go. Together. Time? How long?
About 4 minutes.
Oh, 4 minutes? No, that's something.
There's no way they could have seen you drive away. This police would have been long gone by then.
They must have been lying then.
No. I don't know. You think it really, at the very least, it shows that there's doubt. Proves maybe they were.
That was the most inaccurate. I mean, how are any of you believing that? The enactment? I will show you how long it takes to walk across the room.
What is your problem? You just want to see Miss Fleet's frown, don't you?
She is not going to fraud. No one even uses the electric chair anymore, and she would be going to prison for less than a year. Stop trying to sway these people.
What happened to you? What in God's name happened to you that makes you want to punish this woman so much?
Nothing. I just think if a woman steals things, she should be punished, particularly if there's mountains of evidence proving it.
You're a sadist! You want to punish this woman? You enjoy seeing people are punished. You're going to be put in jail.
Whoa, guys, let's just calm down. Everyone just think about this.
I think we should take another vote. See where things stand.
What is the point? If her argument is that Miss Fleet was computer generated, then the Hurwitzes wouldn't have heard anything.
Maybe that does matter, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe they heard something, or maybe they didn't. Maybe she was computer generated, or maybe she wasn't. All I'm saying is that there's doubt.
But is there reasonable doubt? Is it reasonable to assume that George Lucas tried to frame his cousin's neighbor as a catbird for her?
Yeah, it does sound kind of crazy when you think about it like that.
George Lucas and the plaintiff are cousins. I say it's possible.
We're not gonna get anywhere until we vote. Let's vote this out. Foreman,
Yeah, I'll just go first. Not guilty.
delightful as always.
Guilty?
Guilty.
Guilty. Not guilty.
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 Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Guilty.
Not guilty?
Not guilty.
So that's 6 to 6.
Do you even understand what's going on?
Yes! How dare!
Then how can you vote not guilty?
I see old people walking. I see dinosaur movie. It's not real dinosaur, but it looked real. I don't know. The movie no good. The movie boring.
Guys, this is really stupid.
If you could just be more specific.
Who cares if she was a cartoon or if the neighbors heard anything or not? She confessed. She said she did it, right? Yeah. So if she confessed, she did it. She said she did it. Let's all just vote guilty and go home. I'm so sick of this stupid trial. It's true. Forgot about the
I guess we just flew right over it. I got so caught up in the dinosaurs and whatnot. Now wait just a second.
She's got a point, Chief. Look, I'm not fan of big words McGee over there, but we completely overlooked the fact that she confessed.
She didn't confess. I mean,
Oh, here we go again.
now wait just a second. She didn't confess. If she confessed, there wouldn't have been a trial. If she confessed, we wouldn't be here.
2 weeks. What is your problem? I believe in justice. I never had a fair trial, so God they should. I mean, you never had a fair trial. Yeah, buddy. What do you mean by that?
And if she needs just like lawyer issues or whatever, get a bad trial or something.
Is that true?
No. You were just using us! You manipulated us because what? You had a bad trial experience or something?
Hey, just leave her alone.
What happened? What happened to you that made you want to set this woman free? Were you a lawyer?
Yes. I was. Or almost was. I was working for a lawyer. His name was Jonathan Aldrich, and he was working at a big firm in eastern Rhode Island called Putnam and Putnam. It was a murder trial, and on the day of closing arguments, Roland J. Putnam got through. He chose me to do the closing arguments in his place. Man, was I good! Jury was crying, the judge was crying, the stenographer was crying. I was going to save a man's life that day. But because of some technicality and some hard evidence, our client was in fact guilty. They put him away and he's still there. I was so distraught the next day from the loss that I filled the bars in and I never tried again. Some days I think about that man. I think about him sitting in prison and I swore to myself if I ever had the chance, if I was ever on a jury, I would make sure that it would never happen again. Never.
Well, the important thing is you told us. Here. So, all of this, your dinosaur defense and your conspiracy theories, that was all make up the case you lost?
Yes, I wanted Donna Pleats to be innocent so badly that I let you all astray. I manipulated all of you. I did it. This is my confession.
Well, the important thing is,
I've never even been to Rhode Island. I've never been tried in a criminal case. And my reasons for dropping out of law school had to do with a drug problem. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was a confession, filled with real tears and real emotion. You all saw it. I really said it. And yet it was a complete fabrication. Bravo! She's good. She's really good.
I'm changing my vote.
but what does that even prove? How about Donna Pleats falsely indicted herself?
I don't know. I mean, she was pretty weird.
No, not you too.
What? I can go to upright. What? Jeez.
You're the one who brought up the confession.
Yeah, and she changed my mind. What?
So, this is really happening. Everyone's believing the crazy woman falsely confesses to her own crime because she's a weird defense. I mean, we're just saying it's possible. Could be. But that's not reasonable defense.
Says who? You? The one with the stranger-shaped forehead? Yeah, big woman with that stuff. Why you so big, eh?
Everyone said you couldn't stroke. Everyone.
But you said her! You said her! Really, you said her!
Oh, enough! Enough! We all know what kind of person this lady is. She lives alone, festering, preying on the unexpected. She's a freak! They deserve darkness. They deserve to starve. Maybe you all don't know what I'm talking about. And maybe you don't. I mean, look at you. Look at you. You're disgusting. Your hair is all disgusting.
wait. The witnesses. The confession. Those are my evidence.
But we've proven reasonable doubt.
No, not reasonable. And we haven't proven anything. You have done all the talking.
Hey, you jerk! Said some good things too.
Yeah, I said some things as well.
I think we all said a lot. I mean, my aunt over there said she got that guy's treatment.
Oh, yeah, she did.
I'm talking about tigers. So many tigers.
It's not easy being alone, is it?
Oh, shut up. Well, I'm making this a hung jury. Donna Cleach will get a fair trial with some of her peers that aren't completely insane.
Hey!
Innocent, innocent, innocent.
It feels good.
They don't care I'm not doing it.
So let's say you're right, and we let her go. What's the worst that could happen? She steals more cats.
Yeah, if she does it again, they'll just catch her.
No harm, no foul.